Also with your comments on marginal tax rates. You're saying that the higher marginal tax rates go, the less output and economic growth we get. So is a good combination of fiscal policies, in your judgment, based upon what we're seeing here, lower debt levels, which increases output, and keeping marginal tax rates low? If they're not a trade-off, in meaning if we get savings which reduces the debt from entitlement reforms and other reforms and better economic growth, is not the virtuous cycle we want to get on? I'm not asking you to give me a policy judgment, but I'm asking you, in your judgment, do we get better economic growth with lower tax rates and lower debt levels?
Yes, so all else equal, lower tax rates mean more economic output. All else equal, lower debt means more economic output. Whether all else is equal, of course, depends on the combination of policies that Congress would adopt. The alternative fiscal scenario has lower tax rates than the baseline, but much more debt.
But much more debt.
By our estimates, the much more debt is a stronger negative force than the lower tax rates are a positive force.
Yeah, that's basically the essence of our approach, which is keep tax rates low to maximize economic growth, but deal with the spending drivers of our debt, because as we can see here, even under the AFS, revenues go up. It's just that spending goes up at such an incredible clip because, as you mentioned, demographics, health inflation, and the rest. If we can get that under control, then we can grow. So if we keep our debt levels at or below where we are over the long term and keep our tax rates at or below where we are, we will avoid this kind of projection that you're showing us in these various scenarios in the 2030s where debt gets so high that you can't track growth going forward. Meaning we can dodge this austerity bullet if we get those two combination of policies in place. Is that not an accurate takeaway?
So I agreed with you up to the point about dodging the austerity bullet. I think it depends whether you
I guess we defined austerity, right.
To get there. But yes, you're right that if debt stays at or falls lower as a share of GDP and tax rates are lower, that combination would be the best combination of those two features of the budget for growth in the long run.